Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today is October 28th, 2020, and this is the Flight Sim News. So I saw this video and then I saw some comments, and there's been some talk and some speculation about what the big surprise aircraft is that they're working on at Eagle Dynamics. And the Grim Reapers posted this video called Upcoming and Existing Red 4 Soviet Aircraft in DCS World. And if you look at this video down here on this graph of, what early access release, so these are all ones that are released. This is in early access. This is in development. We're aware of the Razbam MiG-23. We know of an Mi-24P Hind. And then they have MiG-29A Fulcrum as planned. Kind of interesting that they put that on there, isn't it?
Very exciting, Module X. Also, the Mi-24P Hind, again, right up my alley. So they're doing some really cool modules that I'm really interested in at the moment. 1976, ED, it's in development, and it's actually nearing release. We're talking weeks, 1 month, I don't know, but it's closer than anything else here. So I hope you would agree that we've got some really cool modules coming out there, Soviet/Red 4. I hope they have more coming out.
So he called the MiG-29A Module X. And again, because of this video, it has spawned a conversation over on Reddit and a couple other online social media forums. And because of that, at one point, I believe Eagle Dynamics posted, by 9line actually, it says, GR doesn't know as much as GR thinks they know. So I don't know if that's, them just trying to cover up and not wanting to let the cat out of the bag, or if it's true that are the Grim Reapers just full of shit, I don't think so. I mean, those guys are pretty cool. I know a lot of people give the Grim Reapers hell, and Cap, but I like Cap. I think he's alright, man. And I like the stuff that those guys do over there. As much as I've heard a lot of bad things about them, and some people are like, oh, they're racist, and they're this, and they're that, because of a couple comments they've made. But, I think genuinely they're good people, and they mean well. And, for me, that's good enough. I'm going to throw a link to this in the video description to the entire video that the Grim Reapers had posted, so you can check it out for yourself. I mean, what's not to like, right? It's the Tomcat. I am so looking forward to this. I can't wait to see what this November update is going to bring for us. And as of right now, I believe it's still set for November 4th. And I'm hoping and praying that we get an F-14A and an AI-A6. And at the same time that Greg at Reflected will be done with his hopefully, we can hope at least that he's done with his at least one of his 2 campaigns for the F-14A, and to just have some fun during these holidays with the F-14A and the F-14B. One can always hope, right? I'll throw a link to this in the video description as usual, and you can check it out for yourself. So in other DCS news, a new video popped up, A-10C2 Tank Killer November 2020 update.
Hey everyone, Wags here from Eagle Dynamics, and in the open beta next week we have some updates coming for the A-10C2. So I thought I'd make a little video to talk about some of those. So right off the bat you may notice that we've actually moved the default view back about 12 inches in the cockpit, both for 2D and VR, and this much better matches our professional customer expectation. If we lean in, take a look at the USC, we've added the labels to the radio buttons here, which will be more into play once we've added the ARC 210 radio. Coming down, we can now click on the base of the stick to remove it if we wish. And here on the CMS panel, we have the option now to load up to 480 flares. Looking to the left through the HMD, we now have dashed blue lines between a donor and its mini speed, which provides a much better correlation between those two. Now, if this is actually a flight member, then it would be a solid blue line between the two. Looking here at the targeting.
This is about 4 minutes long in its entirety. It's actually a pretty cool video. It goes into pretty good detail about some of the changes and fixes and improvements that they're going to be adding for the A10C2 tank killer in the November update. I'll throw a link to this in the video description as usual, and you can check it out for yourself. So Brian over at CasmoTV is at it again. This is the IL2 Flying Circus multiplayer campaign episode 11. Ramming speed.
Protect him when he goes low.
Right. Oh no, he's gonna run right into me. I'm dead.
Over there, over there. Spread the word over there. And we won't come back till it's over there.
Oh, I cleaned my goggles. Man, it's like I got twice the resolution.
All those free bonus pixels.
Yeah, I can read my fuel gauge
no
now.
kidding. Holy smokes.
So bizarre.
No, I can't do that yet, but
We're not there. Alright. Barrett, you can jump in your dude if you're...
So I shall.
Benedict Davenport reporting for duty. Here we are on intrepid aircraft, ready to launch into the great blue sky.
that's hilarious.
My audio is way too low.
4,500 dealing with one that's smoking, doing hammerheads.
Yeah, I'll be out of bullets for this motherfucker, guys. It's ridiculous.
I'm at 35.
Refuses to bail out.
Yeah, I think his elevator's stuck.
Yeah, he just keeps doing the same thing, and since I have the shittiest... I hate this aircraft.
Uh-oh.
And that smoking is a baddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fully out of control. I think we could
Yeah.
safely leave him at this point and just go ahead and call it. Oh, and I'm running hot because I'm smart and capable. Let's let him work his way down like a leaf and consider him dead.
Is there anyone else down there below? There was a bunch of stuff going on earlier.
Again, it's a great video. I'll throw a link to this in the video description as usual, and you can check it out for yourself. So the guys at WinWing, which are the guys that were responsible for the F-18 Taurus, or whatever the hell they called their F-18 HOTAS system, that was something like $800, that I believe some of the reviewers gave back because there was so many problems with them. There's a new stick, there's a new throttle. Not quite sure what the aim is with those, other than trying to break into the market at maybe a lower price point. Because as you can see, are those suction cups? What the hell are those, right? Like, that looks weird to me. But it looks like they're going to call it the Orion. It's a multifunction combat joystick. And then the throttle doesn't look half bad, to be honest. It looks like it's a split throttle too. I guess what it comes down to is can these guys actually break into the market and start getting some product out there? Because clearly Thrustmaster can't. You know, there's been a shortage of product, you know, ever since the whole world went to hell in a handbasket over this virus thing. And yeah, you can't buy Thrustmaster gear right now. You can't buy CH gear right now. And if you can get VKB or Virpil stuff, if you've got, you know, $500 to $1,000 to spend, but that's still hit or miss as well. But it looks like they're making an F-16 throttle quadrant. kind of cool. So again, as they usually do, they just kind of throw up these little, you know, tidbits of information and don't really speak. They just go, hey, look at this, and then that's it. And then they have these, what are these, multifunction button boxes or something for the F-18, I think is what it is. And again, looks really cool, but once again, no information, man. They just don't tell you anything. You know, like, here's our Facebook page. Come look at all the cool shit we have, but let's not tell you when it's coming out, how much it's going to cost, or anything. So again, I don't know what to say about it at this point, other than, you know, you can go to their store and see what their store has to offer, but, you know, that's about it. But these guys are kind of cryptic, man. And I don't know what to think because I can't say anything. I've not seen this stuff firsthand to tell you, but I do know a lot of the reviewers were like, oh, this is kind of not working right and broken. And I can't remember who it was. One of the major DCS YouTubers basically told him he wasn't going to review it because it was just so messed up when it first came out. And then the production stuff ended up being different than what they had sent reviewers to. So it looks like these guys have a long way to go. It looks like they have some very cool stuff. But again, look at these crazy mounts that they have too. Like, I've seen it when somebody like mounted it to a desk and it looks very janky. I'll throw a link to this in the video description as usual, and you can check it out for yourself. So the coolest bit of news for WarThunder I happened upon today was that they're adding new skies. I guess they're changing their graphics engine too around a little bit, and they're going to be rendering things differently. WarThunder, you know, people knock it, you know, but I think it looks pretty damn good for a free-to-play game. And even if you spend a couple bucks on it, it's not terrible, man. It's definitely can be a lot of fun, and I find myself jumping in there and having fun in the tank battles. Not as much the air stuff, but the tank battles for sure. However, the air stuff looks great and plays very well in VR as well too, so there is that. But it is definitely more of a game than it is a simulation. But that doesn't stop you from being able to have some fun when you want to take a break from hardcore sims. So as you see, you've got old and new, and you've got old and new, ozone off, ozone on, and then just some of the differences in the clouds. Multiple scattering off, multiple scattering on. It definitely looks like a major improvement, so I'm going to have to jump back in here and check it out again in the near future and see what it really looks like up close and personal. But it doesn't look like a terrible time to be into WarThunder, that's for sure. And lastly, these guys at AOA Simulations that seem to do a lot of aircraft for X-Plane, they keep hinting around to the fact that maybe they'll do something in DCS one day. Because one of the replies here was, if it's not on DCS, we can't use a fighter plane to fight. And AOA Simulations responded, sure, DCS is the best platform for military aircrafts. We fully agree. But the learning curve is too high to move to a totally different platform. And we have limited resources and free time. But never say never. I have a feeling these guys are going to do something for DCS, just not right at the moment. But this is that pretty kick-ass looking trainer plane that they have a model for X-Plane, and it looks like they're working on a new updated F-22 cockpit for X-Plane as well. I'll throw a link to this in the video description as usual, and you can check it out for yourself. That about covers it for the Flight Sim news. It's been a little bit quiet this week. I think it is the calm before the storm, because the update is right around the corner next week that we've all been waiting for DCS, and I'm dying to see what it brings. I'm very, very hopeful that it's going to have all the Tomcat goodness that we've been waiting for in the way of maybe a Forrestal aircraft carrier, an F-14A, the A6 AI plane, all the fixes, improvements, and things that they're doing to the F-14B. There's a bunch of stuff coming for the A-10. Can we hope, possibly, that maybe the damage model that they spoke of and the AI improvements to the Warbirds could be included in that big update as well? Man, that really would be something, wouldn't it? I'm hopeful. I really am, because DCS really needs some love right now. I'm just, like I said, I'm bored to tears with it at the moment, you know. I just haven't been flying much of anything. I've been meaning to jump back into IL2, but right now I'm just kind of bored with Sims at the moment. I'm still enjoying me some Star Wars Squadrons at the moment, you know. Fun stuff. Until something pops up that sparks my interest, which is going to be the F-14 and that World War II damage model, if they can get it rolling, and making that AI actually, you know, be fun to fly against. That would be kind of cool in DCS. So that's it for today. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Feel free to hit that like button. And until next time, guys.